Let's play! Whoa!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Professor Layton and a Diabolical Box. Last time we left off, we quickly finished up Chapter 5. We just had a little bit left to go, where we found the last photo scrap, put it together, and it looks like it was a picture of the actual Elysian Box. And it had that goat symbol on it, kind of demonic looking. And then the piece flew away, and then Barton showed up and said, hey, guess what? The inspector apparently knows who the real murderer is. So, okay, well, I guess we just gotta go ahead and make our way back to the hotel now, because there's really not much else we can do at the moment. So, here's hoping we have some good news, at least in some capacity, so let's see what's going on. Almost there. There we go.
Ah, Mr. Layton, so glad you could finally join us. With you here, we now have every suspect in the murder of Dr. Schrader gathered in this room. A few days ago, renowned archaeologist Dr. Andrew Schrader was found dead in his London home. His murderer is still at large, but look around you. You could very well be sitting next to the culprit. A suspect? Me? Utter nonsense. What reason could I possibly have to kill a man I don't even know? We're a bit slow in the uptake, eh? Mr. Beluga, every person in this room is after the Elysian Box. That box ties each of you to our dead man, so there's no doubt that one of you here did the deed. I'm sure putting this case together has been a triumph of police work, Inspector. So tell me, what facts have you unearthed in these last few days? Watch closely now, Mr. Layton. This is how we unravel mysteries in Scotland Yard.
You have my full attention, Inspector. Please, hypothesize away.
I first learned the full sense through evidence obtained in the late doctor's office. According to his notes, Schrader spent quite some time in town researching the Elysian Box. When I learned that he died shortly after returning home to London, everything came into focus. I believe our criminal first spotted the doctor when he was inquiring about the Elysian Box here in town. Spotting a chance to obtain the coveted box, the fiend followed the doctor to London and murdered him. Oh, now that's a deduction worthy of London's finest. So out with it then. Who's our man? Hold your horses, I'm getting there. To summarize, the culprit must have been the full sense before. What's more, this person must have also had the ability to travel freely between here and London. Now, as we all know, only those affiliated with the Molentary Express have that ability. And now all eyes turn to Mr. Beluga, eh? Well, turn them back. Mr. Beluga stated he was in London conducting business that day, and his alibi checked out.
Huh? But if that's not Mr. Beluga...
That's right. A murderer stands before us. And his name is Sammy Thunder.
What? You gotta be kidding, man!
I know Mr. Beluga has ordered you to turn over every stone in this town to find the Elysian Box. He worked you like a dog, and you resented that treatment. So you decided you beat him to the punch and make off with his precious box. This is an outrage. Samuel, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm being framed! You're out of your gourd, man!
Now I see why the box eluded me for so long. You've been holding out on me, Samuel.
No, I haven't. I swear on my favorite leather pants. Come on, Uncle. You know me. I never do anything that crazy.
You'll have plenty of time to tell me your story back in London from a cell. Now come along.
So he was a conductor after all. I didn't think he had it in him, but at least we can all rest easy now. Professor, do you really think Simon could have committed such an awful crime?
Well, all we have to go on is a single torn photograph recovered from the doctor's room.
Oh, so that's the Elysian Box? Wow, very fancy. I like the cute goat design on the top. Flora? There isn't... What? Oh my. Flora. You lying bitch. Thank you, Flora. I knew something didn't feel quite right, but thanks to you, it's all come into focus.
Really? Oh, do tell, Professor.
Oh, come on, officer, man. My only crime is rocking, and rocking ain't a crime. Yow! Let me go.
You come along quietly. You know what's good for you.
Just a moment, Inspector Chelmy. I believe we've all committed a large and rather unfortunate oversight.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something right now, Layton?
Where are you going with this, Professor?
No one here has ever seen the Elysian Box that we've been looking for. The one and only piece of visual evidence we possess is this torn photograph.
And? Get to the point.
The point is this, Inspector. The only person who could know what the Elysian Box looks like is the suspect you're after. And it is this person who must have stolen the box in the first place.
Yes, and I've got the slippery fellow right here.
Ow! Take it easy, officer.
Pipe down, you hooligan.
And watch the hair, will ya? Wow!
Sorry to disappoint, but he's not the culprit.
Score.
What? Stop talking in circles and get to the point, Layton. Who should be wearing the handcuffs?
Isn't it obvious? If the criminal does indeed reside in our midst, he or she would be the only one of us to see the Elysian Box in person, which means the culprit. Must be you there.
What? Flora!
Inspector, look here.
That's the photo I dropped.
Indeed. This, for those who don't know, is a piece of evidence recovered by the inspector. It's a photo of the Elysian Box, and I have every confidence that this shot depicts the real thing.
So, this little knick-knack here is what started the whole mess? To be honest, it's a bit outlandish for my taste. What with the bizarre frog head on it.
Aha!
I see you've put the pieces together too, Luke. Inspector, the emblem decorating the top of this box depicts not a frog, but a goat.
A goat? Not by my eyes, it doesn't.
That's just it. This photograph is missing the piece containing the goat's eyes. In its current form, the image looks like a frog to most people, as was the case with you, Inspector. Flora, dear, I believe you said the design looked like a cute goat, did you not?
Oh.
Well, that clears things up nicely. If you say you saw a goat, that must mean you've seen the real Elysian Box before.
Why, you?
Who are you really?
Well played, Layton. I'm sure you're very proud of yourself for seeing through my disguise again.
Should I be worried that Don Paulo has a extremely lifelike skin suit of Flora? How did I have questions, but let's just... First off, this guy's like a friggin', in my opinion, like a Looney Tunes character. It's just weird.
Curse you, Layton! Curse you and that foppish hat of yours! Don Paulo! I'd beat you to the box, and give it a little more time, I would have beaten you to the cracking its secret. And of course, the Hell's fortune would have been mine. But that ship has sailed now.
So you're the one who had the Elysian Box all along.
And Another brilliant deduction from Layton's apprentice. Clearly he's there for the best. But yes, you're right, little man. I stole it off that old fool when he was snoozing on the floor. The geezer probably caught a cold sleeping on the ground like that. Not that I care one iota.
Snoozing? But Dr. Schrader wouldn't sleep on the floor. Hey, wait a second. If you've been posing as Flora, then where's the real Flora?
Oh, she's probably making hay angels with the cows in that old dropstone barn I left her in. Or maybe she's just sitting there fuming because you bamblers didn't even notice we switched places. But I must thank you two dolts for your help. You've given me more than enough information. The jig might be up, but the dance is far from over. I'm so close to unlocking the secret of Elysian Box. Now I need merely take this box to the... Hold it right there, you scoundrel! Gah! I've got a lot of questions, and you will answer them once I've escorted you back to London. Where do you think you're going? Ah, got you, you slippery devil! You medicine oaf! You have no idea just how slippery I can be! Deploy the lube! Ah! Don't just stand there, the worm's getting away! Fool! Did you really think a soft-bodied flatfoot like yourself could catch me? So long, Layton! Think you can give me a slip, eh? I'll catch you yet! Oh, wait for me, Inspector! Yeah, it doesn't help that the music, too, is just, what the hell, so cartoony, but you gotta love it. But it's like, what is even happening? I can't wait till we find, like, some really emotional backstory about Don Paulo and why he's, like, apparently Layton's nemesis. It's probably gonna be something stupid, too, but we'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
Wow! Look at the three of them shake a leg. I didn't think they had it in them.
I must say, I never once suspected Don Paulo had been posing as Flora, and for so long.
I sure hope that real Flora's okay. We absolutely can't forget to pick her up on the way back to London.
Of course we won't. But I'm sure Flora's having a grand old time playing with the cows. Guys, are you sure? Like, I would be extremely worried at this point.
Another thing I can't get out of my head is what Don Paulo said about Dr. Schrader. The way he was talking, it didn't sound like he killed Dr. Schrader. But if he didn't, who did?
I think you're spot on there, Luke. Something else is responsible for the doctor's death. Right now, I'd say the Elysian Box is the key to learning what that something was.
Then I guess we'd reach the dead end. Huh. If only Don Paulo hadn't run off with the... Professor, look!
There it is! Well, look at that.
Don Paulo must have dropped it when he was running away from Inspector Chemley.
So this is it. The Elysian Box. At last, the box! Inside sleeps a key to uncovering a massive family fortune. I beg your pardon, sir? Mr. Layton, I'm going to ask you to hand over that box now. As the son of the late Duke Herzin, I am the rightful owner of that box.
This box belongs to the Herzins.
You're hard of hearing, boy? Inside this box is the key to cracking the secret of the Herzin fortune. Seeing as how I share the bloodline, that box should pass into my hands and no one else's. Oh my, that does change things. I suppose we'll have to... Mr. Beluga, listen to yourself. You're no more entitled to that box than I am, or any other person in this room for that matter. You listen here, Porter, this is not your business, so I suggest you keep your opinions to yourself. No, I'm sorry, but I won't stand by and watch you claim that box as your own. If anyone has a rightful claim to that box, it is the current Duke of Full Sense himself. Besides, I've heard about you. You turned your back on this town and left on your own free will. In my book, you claimed that the fortune was lost the day you walked out of Full Sense. Oh, is that so? You've got some nerve, buddy. I'm not your buddy, pal. If what Krantz says is true, I'm afraid I can't hand this box over to you in good conscience, sir. Hey, Uncle, what do you say we give up on chasing this box? Keeping stuff on the DL's exhausting. Don't Don't you tell me how to run my affairs, Samuel. You've forgotten who signs the paychecks.
I never even wanted to be a conductor in the first place. Plus, playing errand boy is getting old, man. It's more than a guy like me can take. Sammy Thunder wasn't born to work a 9-to-5 gig. Sammy Thunder was born to rock. Hey world, I'm climbing back on the rock train and riding it to the top. Yo! I can't do it right now, it's very late.
Samuel, what are you babbling on about? Come back here at once.
I'm sorry, Mr. Beluga, but I think I'll have to hold on to this box for the moment.
Fine, do what you want. I hope that awful box curses all of you twice over.
Yay! We learned about the box's location. The villain who made off the Elysian Box was none other than Don Paulo, brilliant scientist. Oh, he's a scientist. Well, I guess that makes sense, all the inventions he made. And self-proclaimed nemesis to Professor Layton. To find riches associated with the antique, he disguised himself as Flora and called and tailed Layton and Luke. Alrighty. Also saw Beluga's search. He was searching for the Elysian Box, which he believed would clue him in on the location of the Herzen family fortune. As a member of the Herzen family, he felt entitled to any family riches, though some people in full sense strongly disagree. So, it seems Don Paulo wasn't responsible for the doctor's death in the end. Maybe it really was the Elysian Box's fault after all. Yes, it sounds like the doctor had already collapsed by the time Don Paulo arrived on the scene. Perhaps you're right, Luke. The box could very well contain a lethal element that killed the doctor. But without seeing the box's effect in action, how can we be sure? Well, surely you don't mean... I do, Luke. We must open the box ourselves. It's the only way. Who's this we, Professor? You do it yourself. I don't want to die. Please, just hold on a moment. Katya? Is there any way I can convince you to let me have that box? It's of vital importance. Before I do that, I would need to know more first. First, why is this box so important to you? I'm sorry. It's not for me to say. But I must deliver that box to somebody important. I must.
Who is this person?
I can't tell you anymore. But once I'm done, I'm certain this awful curse will go away forever. The curse will end, and everything will be over and done with, and he'll...
Whatever do you mean, dear? Help! Somebody, anybody, come quick! Somebody else just got taken away to Hilton Castle! The vampire the vampire there is gonna suck his blood, and then he's gonna steal his soul! Why did it have to be him? Why? He was such a stand-up guy, too.
What? No! That's impossible! Wait, Katja, where are you running off to? Wow, she sure left in a hurry. Maybe all that vampire talk scared her. Do you know what she was talking about? I feel like I can only follow half of what she said.
I'm as confounded as you are, Luke. But after our discussion, I'm doubly sure now that this box contains a greater secret. The path to understanding everything lies right before us. While potentially perilous, opening the box seems to be the only course of action left to us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Let's take this to our room so we can open the box away from prying eyes. This may be stupid, but the Professor and Luke decide to head up to the room in the hotel.
Alright, well... What else are we supposed to do?
Finally, the Elysian Box.
Indeed, Luke.
Oh no. I can't look. Oh, no.
Huh?
Huh? The box is empty, and we're still alive.
Then it would seem my theory was correct.
What do you mean, Professor?
What does he mean? Well, I guess what doesn't really matter. Look, no puzzle sent to Granny Riddleton Shack. We're doing good. We must head back into town and do a bit more asking around. I need to confirm my suspicions. The Professor and Luke decide to look around full sense for more information. But let's go back into the room because picture time. All right, let us see what we can find, and then obviously do the puzzle right afterwards. All right, what do we got? Doorknob is on the wrong side.
And now to test my theory.
I was like looking intently into like the photos and everything on the left-hand
Wonderful.
side, but I don't think there's anything wrong there. Oh, wait. I think there's only one there. Should be two. I don't know if those are bottles
Let's
or
see if
chess
this
pieces.
That was almost too easy.
Okay. And what is the last one? I really thought it would have been something with a mirror, but I guess not. Or maybe like the divots in the couch. Oh, wait. The light. The lamp. It was a
Consider
little
this
subtle,
puzzle
but
solved.
enough to say like, hey, wait a minute, it's not illuminating anything.
Ah, wonderful.
All right. There's a puzzle hidden somewhere. I'm sure it's on the lamp. No, look at that. The first time where we actually tried picking the last item we chose, and it's not there. It's not there either. What the hell? Where's the hidden puzzle? It's not there. It's not anywhere on the door. It's not on the lamp. Hello? I really think I should have found it by... Oh, okay. Haha, this puzzle tried to hide from me, but I found it! That was really weird. I don't think I've ever seen... Well, yeah. So far, anytime we've looked for these hidden puzzles in a room, like after we took a photo, it was always one of the items we inspected. Huh. Anyway, fair compensation. 3 houses face a single common field. The heads of these 3 houses, A, B, and C, decide to work together to seed the field. Unfortunately, C injures himself right before work starts. So, A and B do all the work together. To seed the entire field, A works 5 days and B works 4. Feeling guilty, C decides to pay A and B for doing his part of the job. To thank them, C pays them a total of 9 coins, dividing up accordingly to how much each work, To thank them, C pays them a total of 9 coins, divided up according to how much work each person did. Can you figure out how much coins A and B received? Well, at first I was gonna say like, oh, maybe it's just 3. They did it all. They just what the hell was I gonna say? Like, you know, like, hey, like, C, even though it didn't do anything, they're trying to do it all equal, but maybe that's not the case. A and B do all the work together, see the entire field. A works 5 days, and B works 4. So it almost seems like, if it's a total of 9 coins, maybe logically you would say, like, okay, maybe A deserves a little bit more than B. Because he worked a whole other day compared to B, but, like, what? like it's like if it's not gonna be like complete, well, you can't do even. You know, it's either gonna be like 5-4, 6-3, something like that. But how do we still figure that out? Let's see, work together, see it. Unfortunately, I don't know. This is a weird one. I mean, are we, those 9 coins, was that also meant to be part of C's job too? So, if C's not getting paid at all, I guess, how else would it still be kind of distributed? I don't know. This is a weird one for me. Let's see. They decide to work together to seed the field. Unfortunately, he injures himself right before work starts, so they had to do all the work. A and B do all the work together. To seed the entire field, A works 5, B works 4. Feeling guilty, C decides to pay A and B for doing his part of the job. Pays them a total of 9 coins, divided up, according to how much work each person did. Yeah, I took a mulligan on this one just because I was not really getting it. I mean, there has to be a logical way to do this, right? But in my head, I'm like, okay, well, if this is going to be 9 coins, between A and B, it can't be split down the middle, and, like, you know, A deserves a little bit more. The thing is, I apparently inadvertently answered my question from the very beginning. The answer is A is 6 and B is 3. Why
This
that's
should
the
do the
case,
trick.
I don't know. That's what we're going to find out together, because I'm a little bit confused
Wonderful.
here. A received 6 coins and B got 3. He might have been tempted at 5 and 4, respectively, but as shown above, that isn't quite correct, because A and B both had to work 3 days to finish their own shares of the work. Seeing how C wanted to pay A and B for the work they did for him, he had to base his payment on the 2 days of work A did on the 1 day and the 1 day that B did. Therefore, A should receive twice the pay B did. Okay, I guess maybe what I got a little bit confused out. Well, no, they did mention the whole thing about 9 days, how A worked 5, B worked 4. I'm not saying like, oh, we had to make assumptions on like how many days they were gonna work total, but I mean, frankly, if it's 9 coins, and I guess it was 9 days, I guess it would be a coin a day. But then again, that's how you get you may inadvertently say 5 and 4. Either way, there you go. That's the answer. That was more work than I thought it'd be. Phew. All right, that was something. All right, let's go ahead and head out. And I don't think he has anything. Well, let's see if he has anything to say. Good evening, sirs. Please forgive my outburst earlier. That wasn't very professional of me. Not at all. Your testimony was incredibly helpful. Listening to you talk, I got the impression you are well versed in the Herzen family history. Well, I suppose you could say that. When he was still alive, Duke Herzen often favored our fine hotel with his patronage. I have very warm memories of his kindness towards me, even when I was just a lowly bellhop. Back when the Duke was still with us, the whole of Fulton's buzzed with energy and activity. But once the mining stopped and the Duke passed on, our town turned to quite a gloomy place. After his passing, who stepped in to take his place? Did he have any children? As I recall, Mr. Beluga's brother stepped up to take the Duke's place. That's really all I know about the situation, though I've heard our current Duke is quite young. add on the vampire rumors, which I'm sure you heard, and you know everything I do. Alright. Hey, Sammy. Yo! It's my main dude! You're the only reason I didn't catch that bogus charge. To say thanks, I pulled some strings with the museum curator and got him to open up the place for you. It's not much, but maybe you'll find some righteous info there to help your case. Make sure you check it out. Thanks, Sammy. It got pretty hairy back there for a bit, didn't it? I still haven't gotten over discovering that Mr. Beluga is actually part of the Elysian family. Yeah, my uncle never really told me much about it at all. I just know he had some kind of blowout with his dad, the Duke, and decided to leave for good. He did talk a lot about the brother he left behind, though. He was a real soft spot for you guys. But now it looks like that gnarly vampire is running around the castle. I hate to say it, but I doubt anyone survived that wicked, scary monster moving in. And a diary key, okay. Their access guarantee, the Professor and Luke decide to visit the Elysian Museum again. Nice. Well, I guess we can go ahead and read a little bit of the new diary passage. All around town, people are falling ill to a disease that has no name. Some of the common folk have been saying that our town has fallen under a curse. As the only son remaining to watch over Full Sense, I can't even think of leaving. The thought would be more disturbing were it not for her. As long as she's by my side, I have the strength to stay and protect this town. Who are you talking about? Who are you? Excuse me. I guess we'll find out eventually. Alrighty. Where can we go? Looking for one person in particular. Is it you? I can't even remember. No, you're Ilyana. I'm trying to find Lila. Pretty sure I go to the west. No, it's Granny R. Where the hell was she? You're Lila. There you go. Look at you two, running around and running around and around town like a dog chasing its own tail. Actually, watching you remind me of a fabulous puzzle I know about dogs. Listen up. Okay, I'm sure this will be interesting. Walking a dog. A girl takes her dog out. Look at that dog, so fluffy. A girl takes her dog out. At first, she carries her dog for 10 seconds, but then her dad steps out. At this point, the girl sets her dog down and keeps walking. The dog immediately runs over to the dad, and upon reaching him, he turns around and runs back to the girl. The dog keeps doing this until the dad catches up with the girl. The dog runs at 5 feet per second. The dad walks at 2 feet per second, and the girl walks at 1 foot per second. How far does the dog run by the time the dad catches up to his daughter? Man, that's quite a bit, but It sounds like a lot, but maybe it won't be. So, at the end of the day, it's like, how far does the dog run by the time the dad catches up to his daughter? And we gotta remember, it's the idea that she's at least ahead 10 seconds. Well, yeah, she's ahead for 10 seconds, carrying her dog. And then the father steps out. That's when she sets him down, and she keeps walking. That's the big thing there. So we already know that she's 10 seconds ahead of them. But with that also being said, the dog runs at 5 feet per second. The dad walks 2 feet per second, and the girl walks at 1 foot per second. So 5 is a very prominent thing here in this puzzle. First off, 10 is divisible by 5. the dog runs at 5 feet per second. And frankly, like the 2 and 1, it's half. So I'm not really sure if it's as simple as saying, would it be just because they were 10 seconds ahead and the dog runs at 5 feet per second, and I think it's going to take him 10 seconds to catch up to her because he's walking 2 feet up per second. She's only doing 1. The only thing that's throwing me off is because she's already 10 seconds ahead. But they're not really asking, how far does the dog run by the time the dad catches up to his daughter? The girl sets her dog down and keeps walking, so that's why I'm wondering, like, let's go with 50. But the one thing I'm iffy on is, like, is it doubled because she's still walking at a pace of a feet per second, but he's doing 2. Let's see.
This should do the trick.
Okay, no, it was 50.
And there we have it.
The dog will have run 50 feet in total. According to the puzzle, the dog runs for the entire time it takes for the father to catch up with his daughter. Since the daughter has a 10-foot head start and her dad gains her at a rate of 1 foot per second, he'll catch up in 10 seconds. The dog's running at a rate of 5 feet per second, so the answer must be 50. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I kept thinking like it was going to be somehow doubled. So like she'd be like 20 feet, but... No, okay, never mind. Okay, I got it. Ooh, nice work, you two. You guys run around like dogs, but you got it going on upstairs too, don't you? If you both love running around so much, I won't stop you. Besides, it's fun to watch. And look, it's the final ingredient for our tea set. Cinder Horse. Interesting. So, with that, we could actually create the last 4 blends of the tea sets, which we'll just go ahead and do right now. And see what's what. So, the first thing we have would be called a sugar smoke, which is a dash of this oasis leaf, the bell tart seed, and of course the cinder horse, which is a smoky, energizing flavor. Damn it, I hit freaking retry instead of brew. There you go. There we are. What an interesting blend of fruitiness and subtle smokiness. I've heard you can use the tea leaves from this blend to protect your love life. I'm impressed, Luke. That's the first I've heard of that subject. Have you been studying up on tea? But of course, Professor. I couldn't rightly call myself your apprentice if I didn't. Alright then. The next, we have the Clover Quencher, which is a brisk berry and the joy root with the cinder horse. I almost hit freaking retry again. Impressive. One sip and I feel rejuvenated. It's smoky, yet it has a wonderful sweetness to it. This is a whole new flavor to me, Professor. I've never tried anything quite like it. It's interesting, and I'm sure it's good for you, good for when you've worked up a thirst, but it's not quite my taste. Really? Well, I for one think it's rather tasty. Alright. The penultimate one would be the Cinder Flower. We take a Dream Fluff, the Tonic Flower, and the Cinder Horse. There you go. What's this flavor? It's a bit odd. It certainly has a distinct taste, but you know, Luke, the more I drink of it, the more I like it. If you're that fond of it, you're more than welcome to the cup I've been drinking. Sorry to hear that Cinderflower isn't your cup of tea, Luke. Literally. And finally, this is just kind of narcissistic, I guess, but this is called the Layton Elixir. Alright then, you take Joy Root, the Pepper Cherry, and the Cinder Horse.
Wow! This tea's out of this world!
I agree, Luke, but I do have to wonder how common ingredients can make something like this.
Beats me, Professor. The world's just full of mysteries like that, I suppose.
Aptly put, my boy. Well, consider me mystified.
So why the hell do you even call it the freaking Layton...
The Layton Elixir. A single sip will capture your heart. The harmony of unlikely flavors results in a miraculous beverage. Okay, so now we literally have all the tea blends, all the ingredients. So, and we have the nine remaining individuals in this chapter that we can give tea to. So, we'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we don't have to worry about like gathering any more ingredients. So we're done with that. All right, where am I in time? Because it is getting kind of late, so I can go for a little bit. Let's head back to the museum. All right. Oh, I really thought there would have been... Or do I gotta go up one more? There we go. The fountain has a puzzle for us. It's quite the fountain they have here.
It sure is. Actually, it reminds me of a really great puzzle about a fountain. Shall I tell it to you?
I guess we have to. The unusual fountain. The fountain shown below has an unusual ability to indicate the age of those who draw near it. For example, if a 5-year-old child were to approach, the fountain would fire off water from sprouts A, B, C, D, and E in that order. For age 15, the middle sprout would fire and then be followed by sprouts A through E. For someone aged 30, the middle sprout would fire off 3 times. Given the fountain's method of indicating age, there's one utterly useless spout on this fountain. Find and circle this sprout. So, like, I guess in a sense, like, the middle sprout... Hold on a minute. You know, I guess we can select it if we wanted to. But the way that the sprout fountain works is, like, the middle one gives you 10, right? And then A, B, C, D, like, equivalates or equals to, like, a year. So, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5, F is 6, G is 7, H is 8, I is 9. Well, I guess it would be... it'd be J, right? Because why answer J when you can simply just sprout the middle one again if you want a 10? Seems really easy.
Consider this
Then again, this
puzzle
is a
solved.
20 picker at one.
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Did I really just get that wrong? And I just realized that I am no longer going to be able to have all the pickerets in the game. What happened? Is it not J? Crap. Well, that's... Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
It
Am I missing something? Did it not select J properly? I'm almost 100% certain that it's J. Let me try that again. I'm gonna have to like restart this anyway because I don't want to miss any
Consider
picker
this
rats.
puzzle solved.
Crap! So what the hell
And
did
there
I
we
do?
have it.
Oh my god! Wait a minute. I'm thinking back. Did I circle the middle one? Oh my god! I'm such a dumbass. I think I circled it because I was talking about like, well, yeah, the middle sprout gives you 10. You don't need 10. Thinking of J, but I picked the middle like an idiot. Ain't that stupid? Well, I really hope that... I mean, I could fast forward and do all this. It's not like I missed much. But that's really dumb of me. How the hell did I... Just to let you guys know, it's late. It's a little bit before midnight. I do have work in the morning as well. I just wanted to get a video going because I don't have any videos moving forward. So I'm like, let me get something done before I go to bed. And damn, I'm an idiot. Okay.
The way you tear through puzzles never fails to amaze me.
Thank you, Luke. Oh. Guys, you know what? I think with that being said and done, I know like I'm not really at my time, but I think that just kind of goes to show like I probably need to go get some rest. So let me go ahead and do that. Next time, we will go into the museum and see what clues we may have about the Herzen family and the fortune, and just, I guess, take things from there. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time for Let's Play Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. Love you all so much, and don't forget to spread that love around. Have a great day, everybody.